All right, let's get this show on the road. Okay. Good morning, cats. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Boom. Well, getting started a little bit late this morning compared to normal, but that's okay. I'm here. So 5 volume rising. Will the price rise too? Good morning, Dee Dee. God, first always in the tank. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning to everybody here. Oh, yeah. Bam. Send it off to you. Good morning to you. Everybody, good morning. We're going to have a great day today, everybody. 7 people, 3 likes more. Let's get it going. Get the likes going. Sofi, look at this. Got up this morning early, very early as usual, and the Sofi price was being manipulated down. Holy cow, did they have that thing down this morning? Yeah, they're very very determined. Price at what time was it that I took a view of this? Here we go. In the pre-market at 5:15 this morning, price was 8:12 in the pre-market, and then right now, let's ring the bell. Get this page over here where I can see everybody. Boom. Here we go. Yes, indeed. Oh, look at all these people here. Hey, hit the like button, everybody. Let's get everybody. Mopar, USPPI final demand, December negative 0.1 versus now 0.1. REV 0, negative 0.1. Results better than expected. We're going green. Oh, yeah. Well, I knew that, and we were going to go green anyway every single daggum day. And want you to know that this morning in the pre-market, the low was actually, as I said, when I first took a screenshot, the low this morning at 5:15, we were at 8:12, and then the low was at 8:06 at 7:23 this morning. Same as yesterday's low, 8:06. Boy, they tried in the pre-market. And anybody that was with me, I saw that, said, I'll take another 500 shares. So I bought it at 8:06 this morning at 7:23. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. That puts me at a new total here. But holy cow, what an effort they made to try to scare people out in the pre market. I didn't buy it. Well, I did buy it. Everybody, please hit the like button. Everyone that's here, let's get these likes out. Today, folks, unfortunately, I'm not going to be here with you all day. Uh, I've got some work to do on the Mercedes, and I've got to get the convertible hardtop, the last 2 seals put in. So it was leaking hydraulic fluid from one of the seals. I've already replaced 3 of them. This will be the last 2, and I'm done. Then the Mercedes will be good. So I'm not going to get to be here with you all day today. I'm going to have to leave here probably in an hour or so. I'm not sure exactly when. But anyway, got 500 shares this morning at 8:06. How do you like that? 8:06. I knew it was baloney. Yep. So I got 50,520 shares right now. And what a great day we've got coming for us. I want to thank every one of you who are here with me. I appreciate it. And want to show you a few things we've got going on. I'll close this tab. And SoFi institutional ownership. I was checking out that to see where we were, and for some reason I have no idea why we were at 739 yesterday. Now 738 makes me get the impression we've been seeing that every day. Somebody's day trading this thing. Somebody's getting in, getting out, and that's what I do. So, but I don't get out. But at any rate, I do day trade it, as you all know. And good morning, Mopar for life. I do my water pump today, so you're good. Oh, good. Got work to do every once in a while. We have to take care of things that need to be taken care of. And this will be one of those days. So, yeah, I have a Mercedes SLK 230, and I am it's an old, it's 2001 model, but it's only got an average of 5,000 miles a year on it. Very, very low mileage, and it's a mint vehicle basically. But I got to get that work. Morgan Chase up 4% after earnings. Wow, Morgan Chase up 4% after earnings. Good for them. Good for them. And I know that they own a lot of stock in our company. J.P. Morgan, Morgan Stanley anyway does. Morgan Stanley, Morgan Chase, J.P. Morgan. All right, good for them. Good for them. I'm on the road to recovery though with this cold, folks. But here's the deal. The question is at this stage of the game, how high can SoFi get between now and earnings? And is Catfish Tyler going to be right that almost every single day we're going to rise 2 to 3%? We're going to find that out soon enough, aren't we, folks? We're going to find out soon enough. 27 people here this morning, now 29. Please hit the like button, everybody. Every one of you who hits the like button gets this channel sent to more and more people. And I'll hit a heart for everyone that I see. Put up a like right now for me. And we're going to have a great day, everybody, regardless of whether I can be here with you throughout the whole day. Now, that being said, I'm going to go over and get the car worked on this morning, and I will be coming back on this afternoon. And by then, I'm hoping the price will be over 850. We'll see. But there should be no reason for it to be uh, continued to be dropping like it did yesterday, but almost something like I predicted. I said every 4 or 5 or 6 days, they knock this thing back. And it's just, you can almost just guarantee that they're going to do it. But at some stage of the game, folks, the lid's going to come off this thing. And I think it could start today. All of this, the oppression, all of them trying to hold back the reins on this horse. As I said in the one thumbnail I had 2 days ago, this is a horse race that we've just begun, folks. We've got a long, long way to go. Please hit the like button because I'm going to be showing you the stuff that I was showing you, some of it yesterday. But we've got a lot of things going on. We've got uh, the SoFi with Kathy Wood, and you saw Kathy Wood and Elon Musk pushing for this new fund that's going on, the venture fund, and SoFi has a part in that going on. In case you don't know about that, there's a lot happening with this stock, a lot swirling, a lot going on. And when I mentioned the volume turning up, if we go over here, not only is the volume turning up, but every time I look at this 6 month chart, folks, I just get more and more excited. All right. I just get more excited. And I'm excited for every one of us that was here yesterday and got to buy this stock at 806. Oh my gosh, what a, and just like this morning, in case you didn't know it, in the early pre-market at 7:23 a.m., the price was 806 again. 806. How do you like that? I bought 500 more shares when I saw what they were trying, and I did not fall for it. I didn't fall. I was. Some say, well, I'm not going to buy that. Well, I bought it. I bought it for sure when I saw it at 806 again this morning, and I'm glad I did. How do you like that? Yesterday morning, I sold this stock at $8.65, and then was able to buy back 7,500 shares at 806. Daggum, people. And I mean that by the amount of shares I bought yesterday morning and today. And I know where this thing's headed, folks. Everyone who's here should know. And again, I ask you to please hit the like button because every like that we get, 37 people here, 15 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Hello. Good morning. Morgan Mopar has good news about the report that came out today on the PPI, and it's a good, solid report. So we're looking good on the PPI. Good morning, Tattoo Chance. Appreciate it. Lucky. Good morning, bottom feeders. Praise the Lord. We have an opportunity to trade. That's right. I got, and Mopar says he's going to be doing his water pump today. Oh, man. I hope you get that done and get that resolved. That's a bummer, I know. Good morning, Anand. JP Morgan Chase up 4% after earnings. Mopar Banks looking good to start out earnings. Good. We will look at UK Echo. Will we see 7.99 today? You sound like yesterday our buddy Anthony Walker said we were going below $8. Or I just like, you guys, man, you crack me up. You guys are so funny. Yep, the Mopar's calling an $8.52 close today. Halal Zakari, well, hello to you. Assalam, assalamu alaikum. Yes. All right. Yeah. And folks, as I said, every single time that I come over here and I look at this chart, look at the 200-day moving average just continuing decline. All of that, even during the last 4 days decline when they, last week when they downgraded the stock, KBW, one of our bank competitors, downgrades our stock, just like when Morgan Stanley downgraded us July the 13th, and they had $58 million worth of SoFi stock in their money bag, and they downgraded it. Now they own $80 million worth of the stock almost. So, what do you know? They downgrade so they can double up when it falls. They can, and that one KBW was actually Invesco, and I looked, and sure enough, Invesco Ltd owns $800,000 worth of 800,000 shares, 830,000 shares of SoFi stock, and they're downgrading it. How do you like that? Well, no one should be surprised. And how do you like yesterday's manipulation down all morning long to scare out? And who told you today that we would see the Dow up probably 200 or 300 and the NASDAQ probably up 250 to who said that? Me. I did. Good morning, Ron. Every one of us. Wow, me. This morning in the pre-market at 7:23 this morning, they had SoFi at $8.06 a share. So once again, if you're an early bird and you get up early, you take advantage. And I bought 500 more shares at 8:06 today. It was fabulous. And now we can see the volume in 10 minutes is equal to yesterday's volume, 2.5 million shares. But this is green volume, folks, not red. And I want you to know one of the things that I wrote down there about the volume is rising. Take a look at the volume that we had 2 days ago on the rundown to the low of 814, 39 million. And look at the volume increasing here. The day before that, 26 million, 39 million, 46 million yesterday. Well, that's good, right? And look at today's low, 11 cents over yesterday's low now. And folks, it's going to continue to climb. There's nothing they can do. The days are over of manipulation, other than briefly, and then off we go to the races. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Now, I want to thank you very much for being here with me. And those of you that are here now, 48 viewers, I'd like to ask you to please come over here and hit the like button. I got 18 likes, 48 viewers on the channel, and 18 likes. I said yesterday, you heard me tell everybody, man, if you don't like it here where you're watching this, why don't you hit the like button? And if you don't like it, why don't you just go on somewhere else, go to another channel? Gonna pop this up here. How do you like my volume knob today? If you saw the movie Spinal Tap, and if you've never seen it, it's pretty good and you should watch it. They got an 11. He's got an 11 on his volume knob. You got to watch the movie Spinal Tap, people, especially if you're into music. All right. So I'm just showing you this, and I want to say, hey, wave to everybody. Good morning. We're going to have a great day today, and give you a little bit closer look at this. Look at this. And I mentioned this yesterday. The manipulation of this stock is insane. And you guys can see right here, as of October the 31st last year, 544 to 647 to 494 to 613 to 424 to 824 to 566 to 640 54 to 459 to 560 to 445 to 1023 to 771. Folks, 1013. Look at these 30% swings. 894, 1170, and that move was in 3 days from 894 to 1170. Folks, no stock that I know of has been manipulated more than this stock that we're talking about today, SoFi. SOFI. That's what we're watching. And you just, as I said before, you got to have, oh, hold on a second here. One more second. I enjoy doing this for everybody who knows one thing they know about being on this channel. I'm not shy, and you're going to have to sometimes not have your kids in the room when I'm talking. All right. But you're going to have a pair of these right here if you are going to be trading this stock. Okay. You cannot be faint of heart. You cannot be a wimp. All right. You got to have some strength down there. You got to be able to ride this ride because it's a wild and crazy ride, everybody. And you've all experienced that. Those of you who have been here with me for the last 8 months since I started this channel on the May the 16th when I started talking about SoFi because I got so mad about that downgrade from David Chiavrini that I started telling everybody about this stock when the price was $4.45. I want you all to know something that since that time, SoFi stock has risen 100%, and I expect to see it rise another 100% in the next year. That's right. I believe that even in the next earnings call, the price could possibly go as high as $16. Now, what I want you to know is the reason I feel that way is because we will finally have many ETFs that will be able to make entry into the stock. Some ETFs, and there are most of them, in fact, cannot buy into a stock until the company turns a profit. So this is going to be a huge game changer. When SoFi announces profitability, you're going to have a whole new segment of investors who will be able to come in. And I'm very certain that they will. And I'm very certain they will because of this right here. Look at the growth of this company in revenues, people. They've gone from 4 years ago, 442.66 million to 565.53 million. And this, by the way, was done while interest rates were being raised by the Fed every quarter. So people say, well, man, if they don't, that data yesterday on the CPI means they're not going to lower interest rates. Well, this is all being done while they were rising every quarter. They went from 565 million to 977 million. And the next one, these are yearly revenues I'm looking at here. Okay. They went from 442 million to 565 million, doubled almost to 977 million, and then 1.52 billion, folks, all while interest rates were rising. So people that are concerned about, well, they're not going to be able to pull the interest rates back down. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect our stock. It never has in the past, everybody, and it won't now. Not in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Now, I want you guys that are here to please consider hitting the like button because I showed you yesterday what that does to the algorithms. So we got 47 people here with me right now that are looking at this information I'm providing. And by the way, in case you didn't know, Bitcoin, we're going to be watching these Bitcoin stocks very closely and see what happens with them today. I have a feeling that they are going to do well, but this is a low opportunity to buy these right now, in my opinion. So I would be coming in on some of these like BITF. And here's another one I want you to look at. This one here. Please consider CAN, okay? CAN. It's a very low price. And look where they have it now, 20666. My favorite number to buy at. My favorite number. So I'm going to buy some right now. I love buying at that number because I know what they're trying to do. So I'm going to come in here right now and I'm going to buy it. Right now, I'm going to buy 200 shares of this stock, CAN, right now. All right. CAN 200 market share, review order, and place it. There we go. I'm in at 207. Okay, good. All right. Now, I want you to know something, folks. I tell you about these because Bitcoin has now is going to take a new trajectory. And I think that right now, after yesterday's announcement, there's been some driving of it down because people want to buy up this Bitcoin before it goes to possibly 100,000. That's right. I read an article to you guys yesterday about this new passage of the bill by the SEC allowing Bitcoin now to be sold by people like BlackRock and Kathy Woods, ARKB. Here was her Bitcoin stock right here. You can take a look at it now. Kathy Wood, ARK, 21 shares is what it's called, a Bitcoin ETF, ARKB. Look at it now. Hit the bottom this morning, turning, and it could go north. I think the IPO on it yesterday was at $50. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Anyway, have a look at SoFi right now. Folks, she's going to run. She's going to run. No way they're going to stop this. They're not going to stop SoFi today, baby. Everyone who's here, I want to thank you for being here. This is going to be a very limited AM only presentation for us. Yes, Ron, Kathy Wood at a target of 600,000 for Bitcoin. Yeah, yep, no sound. What do you mean no sound? Oh gosh, I got sound. If you don't have any sound, it's on your end. Everybody else can hear me. Yep, everyone else can hear me, Greg. I'm sorry. Don't know why you don't have any sound. My meter right here clearly shows sound, okay? Yep, Mana Drew says he can hear me, so you got a problem on your end. Jay Reezy, good morning. Yes. All right, sound is good. Sound works fine here 24/7. Our Forrest says he has sound. So we have a sound. Take a look at my knob for volume rising. It goes to 11, folks. And that's what's happening with SoFi now. In case you weren't aware of it, come over here and look at the volume rising. What I mean, 3 days ago, 26 million shares traded. The next day, 39 million shares traded. Yesterday, 46 million shares traded. And people, there are a lot of investors who are what they call volume buyers. They look for volume increasing signals as a signal to buy in. And this is definitely, in my opinion, a big signal that's saying buy this stock. All right. So let's look at CAN. I just told you about it, folks. I think this is one to get in on. And we're looking at BITF would be another one. I suggest you would have bought just then when it was down there, 240, already at 251. Folks, these things are going to be good investments if you ask me. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Especially reading that article that talked about the billions and billions of dollars that are going to come into Bitcoin stocks or Bitcoin now because they can make entry and buy as a form of stock rather than having to buy Bitcoin, right? So you can get Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin, okay? Basically, this is a big move. I think there were 14 Bitcoin stocks, and I read the results last night. The biggest IPOs that have ever existed, they just broke records yesterday. All of these Bitcoin stocks. Now, it's just like anything, when something starts to run, they want to put the reins on it and pull it back, and others want in. So these prices having dropped, like you just saw this morning on these stocks, in my opinion, is just simply so they can get in on them. I could be wrong again, but I don't think so. We got 54 people here, 32 likes. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for doing so. There's so much going on around this stock. SoFi is in the headlines, people, in many, many venues. They've got the new TGL Golf coming down the pike that we're going to see very soon. That's with going to be on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN2, and ABC. And that's in the future, but it's working. They're working on it now. They built the stadium. It's down in Palm Beach. They're going to have groups coming in from California, from Chicago, New York, Boston, and they're going to be playing indoor golf in front of a venue of thousands of people that will be able to interact with the game, and it's going to be changing the face of golf as we know it. All right, so TGL Golf, in case you don't know about it, and this company, they're combining with TGL Golf, and that's going to be Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, and they have Tiger Woods has just announced he's breaking ties with Nike. So if Tiger Wood breaks ties with Nike, what are the possibilities that he might create ties with Sofi? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this is TGL Golf. These are going to be all the top players that are going to be coming in. You've got the Atlanta TGL Golf Group, the Boston TGL Golf Group. Folks, this is what it's going to be all about. They're going to have screenplay, a massive, massive screen that they're driving the balls off the driver into the screen. Then they play on the greens. It's going to be a league format. They're going to have a shot clock, people, a shot clock. Yep, timeouts and a referee. All right, you got to check this out, people. They're going to be doing it 5 days a week on all ESPN, ESPN Plus, ESPN2, and they're going to be having SoFi commercials on every break of this. It's awesome. There's the SoFi Stadium, just like out in Los Angeles, where SoFi Stadium has been one of the biggest revenue growth things that they've ever. A great decision, and here they are again, putting themselves in the public eye and getting more visibility. These are the players that are going to be involved in this, and folks, it is awesome. Check it out. If you didn't know about it already, you know now. TGL Golf and SoFi have a partnership. SoFi is the sponsor of this, and they're going to have commercials coming on every single day. So just sharing that with you in case you didn't know. Come on over here. And like I said, the volume is increasing already here in 25 minutes. We're at 4,556,000, and half of that volume is trying to work it down. Believe me, they're trying to contain this. They're trying to keep the lid on it. But this filly's running, baby. We've come out of the gate. We're in the first portion, coming to the first turn right now. This is a very long race we got ahead of us. We are going to run, run, run all the way up until the earnings call. That is my prediction. That's what I believe. I heard Tiger might go to ONON running. Okay. We can all hear Catfish. Good. It's you, bro. Yep. He needs SoFi to pop to buy better speakers. You guys are so funny. Thank you, Ron, for that good bit of humor this morning. I appreciate it. Yes, volume is rising. And I got news for you, folks. That is to the detriment of any shorter out there. Volume increasing on this stock is the worst thing for shorts. There's no way with just borrowing 8 million shares a day, roughly, that they're going to stop the volume and the price from going up, folks. When they got the doggone volume rising like this to over 40 million shares a day, and it's going to get more and more and more. And come earnings day, I showed you before on the last earnings day on July the 31st, when we actually missed by 22 cents. We missed our EPS by 22 cents, and the volume was 210 million. What do you think is going to happen for volume on the day that we finally break into profitability? And all the ETFs that have heretofore not been able to come in on this stock will have a chance to make entry. Folks, the volume could be 500 million, 700 million on that day. It's going to be so exciting that many of us here on this channel are going to pull an all-nighter the night before. We're going to party all night long. Yes, we're going to do it here on this channel. We're going to run a 24-hour SoFi rave, okay? That's right. We're going to be playing a lot of tunes. We're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to party all night long. And then we're going to party all day. and we're going to sell at the highs on earnings day. We've got our sell orders in the 11s, the 12s, the 13s, 14s. I've got my sell orders in all the way up to $37.50, folks. 37.49 or 48 is where I've got my highest sell order, and it may even go over that. I don't know how dang high this thing's going to go, but I'm prepared for it. Or I am prepared for it. And folks, here's a lesson that you could have learned from yesterday. I told everybody, have your sell orders in at these higher prices. And yesterday I sold at $8.65 because I already had those orders in place. See, I would have never achieved a sale at that price if I didn't already have the sale orders in place. Same thing's going to apply for earnings day. You don't know. Not a single person here knows how high it's going to go on earnings with all these ETFs and pensions that haven't been able to buy in before. And the door's going to be open. They're going to come flooding in. The hedge funds are also going to do like they did on July the 31st. They're going to push it up. There's no way, in my opinion, this time that the hedge funds are going to try and attack this down and waste a bunch of money trying to bring it down. They're going to go long. They're going to follow that wave. They're going to run it up. It's going to hit a number, be it either in the 11s, 12s, 13s, 15s, 17s, 20s, and then they're going to do the same thing they did on July 31st. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because when you go back to that earnings call on July the 31st, when the price ran up to 11.70, and on that day, all the cats that are here right now with me sold at 11.66. All of us sold because I said, folks, you better have your sell order in at 11.66 because they're going to knock the crap out of this. Sure enough, went from 11.70 all the way back down to $6.41. There it is, $6.41. So July 31st, August, September, October, almost 4 months, they just kept pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, scaring out retailers. Fear, 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 fear. And now 641, we're already back up, and the climb will continue. Folks, don't know how high it's going to go on earnings day, so you guys better be ready and be prepared with your sell orders in at numbers much higher than we are. And the other benefit of doing that, folks, when you put those sell orders in, the other benefit of doing that is that you will then tie up your shares, put your sell orders in good till canceled, because then they can't be borrowed. See, these shorts that are borrowing these shares, if everyone who owns Sofi stock had sell orders in the 10s, 11s, 12s, they wouldn't be able to even borrow these shares they're borrowing now to run the price down like they're trying to do now. All right? See, they're all coming now. 5 million shares, right, is where we already are in 30 minutes of trading, and they're trying to dump the price down. And I told you this morning in the pre-market, the low was 806. The low was 806 yesterday in the pre-market. And what are they trying to do now? They're trying to get it lower than yesterday's low. So I would have a buy order in here right now at 805, which I already do. I've got 1,000 share buy order at 805 because I looked this morning and I said, well, how low are they going to try to take it? I've also bought already this morning at 7:23 this morning. I bought 500 shares at 806, the same price as was yesterday's low. So I've got another one waiting for it at 805. If these pieces of crap that are trying to run it down right now, there's no other reason other than manipulation too that this price is where it is now. There's none. Nobody's scared and selling this. Nobody is selling this stock right now. This is shorts kissing shorts right here, completely. Shorts kissing shorts. Bought more pre-market at 807. Ring the bell. Well, we're there again now. They're trying to get it there. And I got an order. I got an order at 805 for 1,000 shares of these pieces of turn that can get it there, because I expected them to try to get the low 1 penny lower today. And that's all they're trying for, folks, to get it 1 penny lower than yesterday. Yep. Markets just went red. Folks, this is the same thing we've been seeing every dang day. They come at this and try to put the fear the sky is falling into everyone, and it just turns around and runs north. Now, as I said to you already, yesterday I told you what was happening was all pure manipulation. I told you that yesterday. And sure enough, the daggum every index went green by the end of the day. Huh. Well, how did I know that was going to happen? Well, I did. Even when the NASDAQ was down 170 points, I told everyone here on this channel that was all 100% manipulation. Fear. Scare everyone out. Emotions. They try to work on your emotions, people. They try to convince you that the sky is falling. And then the next thing you know, after everyone sold out yesterday, they ran it right back up and the NASDAQ was green at the end of the day. So was the Dow. What do you know? Who would have ever guessed that? And why? Why are they doing that to so many people? You know, I thought it was interesting that I mentioned yesterday when I was reading the article about these new Bitcoin ETFs coming and the SEC approving them. The reason the SEC had been hesitant to do it was because they said that they were worried that it would be susceptible to manipulation. Like the market isn't manipulated every single freaking day, people. It's manipulated every day. It was big time manipulated yesterday. Look at all the people, the poor souls that sold yesterday when the market was down 170, only to watch it go back up and be green at the end of the day. Can you imagine how many people were crying in their puddles of tears because they sold yesterday on that manipulation like today? And I got news for you, everybody. This is crying wolf. They're crying wolf. And people will not fall for it on another day. I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody will today go, well, I'm not going to make that damn mistake again. I screwed up yesterday. I screwed up. I'm not going to do that again. And look at them all coming in here now. Almost 6 million shares traded already in 30 minutes, folks. We're going to go over 40 million again. Price is going to close at 849 today, maybe 855, 866. After this little rundown effort on the borrowed shares that we all know they're only borrowing now from, I learned this from Hurricane Lopez. They're only borrowing right now about 8.5 million. They used to be borrowing 13 million a day, but they've lost their desire, their deep desire apparently now. They just don't have as much, they just don't have as much stomach for it. And I can assure you, there's nobody really selling this stock right now, being down less than 1% right now today. No one. It's all short to short transactions. That's right. Good morning, Forrest. I heard good morning, Brew Tank. Bought pre-market 807. Good morning, Harry Toe. Nice to see you. Good morning, Ron. Yes, 8:30 to 8:12 in seconds. Manipulation is unreal. It is, but it's very, very prominent. It's very, very, very. I showed everybody just a little bit ago these numbers. I showed everybody again this morning earlier to give you proof of the manipulation of this stock. It is one of the most highly manipulated stocks that I know of, and one of the reasons I love trading it. I love trading it because it's so heavily manipulated. Look at these manipulation numbers here, folks, that I'm about to show you. Price went from 544, and then in just in 1 day it was at 647. In 8 days it was at 494. In 6 days it was back to 613. In a month and a half it was down to 424. In a month it was back to 824. In a few days after that it was at 566. And then a few days after that it was at 654. And then 3 days later 459. Look at this, it's insane, folks. And then 6 days later 560. And over here is the amount that it's changing in dollars, okay? Look at that. On 515 price was 445 and it went up $5.78 to 1023, folks. Then it went down in just 9 days. It went from 1023 to 771, and then it was 1 month later. It's at 1013. Look at these percentages up and down over here: 31%, 48%, 100 and 130% change, folks. This is totally one of the most manipulated stocks that you'll ever see out there. So you got to have a big pair of these things right here. You got to have a lot of these right here to be able to buy into and hold these positions on SoFi stock, right? That's what it takes right there, everybody. So I show you these things for a very good reason, because if you're going to come in on this SoFi stock, you had better be ready for massive swings up and down. And look at that opportunity to buy they gave everyone again, and they were only able to get it. And by the way, they were trying like mad just then to get the price down a penny below yesterday's low, and they failed. They failed. And all they're doing is screwing themselves because they're making the volume. Look at that. 808, folks. That's why I told you when I'm talking to you and I say you better have sell orders in at 908, 1008, 1108, 1208, because they love that number 8. They love the number 88. Have sell orders as we rise at 987, at 1087, at 1187, 1287, 1387, 1487, 15. I have them all the way up to $36.87 because they love that 88, the 8 number so much. I'm not sure why. I don't know why. They love it as much as the 6 and the 13. That's why I tell you, have sell orders for that day on earnings day at $9.65, not $9.66. And that's why yesterday I told you to have your sell orders in at $8.65 instead of $8.66. And cha-ching, it hit 865, and that was the high for the day in the pre-market. All right. So all of you people here with me right now, Red Scroll, no chart today, Tyler. No chart today. I already showed everybody this volume chart, and I showed them this chart. Look at the 6-month chart. Look at that 200-day moving average jumping. Look at the 45 and 50-day just rising. They're about to break over my trend line right here. This is a significant trend line, folks, that they're going to break over here. This right here has always been a barrier. See that? Look at that. This right here, this line right here, we're on the verge of breaking over it now. And that's part of the reason they just attacked it so hard just then. Because they can see that. Oh my gosh. And then look at these lines I've got put in place here where you should have your sell orders. Because when it was dropping over here, dropping, these are the lines I have are lines of resistance as it was dropping. They were points where a wall was built where it traded sideways. So, folks, here's the numbers where they are. You should have a sell order in here at 1048. You should have a sell order in here at 1119 or 20. You should have a sell order in here at 1248. You should have a sell order in here. 1435. Look at the gap between here and there. See this big gap over on the left? Gosh, I wish I could. Look at this big gap right here. There's a lot of gaps that are going to be getting filled here as we go higher and higher. And notice that the gaps get wider and wider apart as it goes up. It's going to climb at a very rapid pace, people. And here they are. I got an order sitting here for 1,000 shares at 805. If these pieces of crap can get it there. Yesterday's low was 806, so I said if they get it down 1 penny below, I'm going to buy 1,000 shares at 805. And I'm ready for it. Ready to ring the bell. As soon as the thing hits 805, I'll ring the bell for 1,000 shares I got at 805. Because yesterday's low was 806, people. And that's all they're trying to do. That's all they're trying to manipulate it down to. Right here, right now, is 805. You should have your order ready right here And if they can't get it, that's going to be, and even if they do, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be a great buying opportunity for Catfish. Come on, you slimy pieces of junk. Can't you get 805? 7 million shares traded already, and they just can't get it but down below yesterday's low. I'm ready to ring the bell, you pieces of turds. Come on, 805. Yesterday's low was 806. It does you no good to spend all these millions and millions of dollars if you're not going to get a lower low than yesterday. It's all wasted money. Good money after bad. You throw it away. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen, people. Nope. Oh my God, I laughed at him so hard. Unbelievable. All that money that they just dumped and dumped and dumped to try to get to yesterday's low lower, and they failed everybody. The door was slammed on them. The logs come in and say, thank you very much. Yesterday's low was 806, and they're trying so hard to fill my order. I already bought at 806 this morning in the pre-market. Bought 500. It's over. Congratulations, shorts. And congratulations to every one of you who's here with me on this channel right now. Michael Anthony, I have a bid at $8. Waste of money. You're not going to get it. It's not going there, Michael. Sorry. You should buy right now. Just put in market order right now and buy it. Don't waste your bid at $8. It's not going there. If they couldn't get it below 806, they're not going to. And they just tried with all their effort to get to 806 even. And unfortunately for them, the price has only dropped to the same low that they had yesterday. And all that money that they just wasted to try to get it 1 penny below yesterday's low. And the doggone longs came in and said, no, we're closing the door. And they just did. They shut the door on them. I love it. Yeah, absolutely, folks. And now the price is just going to rise for the rest of the afternoon. It's all over. The manipulation's over. Look at the NASDAQ as well. And I got news for you people. You got to see the double bottom right there. It's over, folks. It is all over. And look at the amount. Look at the amount of the now. 14,988. Folks, this thing's going to go back up over 15,000 right now. It's over for the shorts. They are done. They're doomed. Their history. 14,988 was the number they wanted. They got it. Congratulations there. Sorry for you SoFi shorters. You didn't get it. And see what I mean, Michael? You see what I mean? You should have put your order in at 808. Now it's at 811. What are you going to do? Just watch it go all the way up to 12? That's right. And your bid should be at $7.99 if you wanted to play that game. That's right. That's right, Cheddar. Yep. Tyler, you are still broadcasting the stream card. Just an FYI, if you were trying to show us data. Oh, God. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Yep, I'm trying to show data. Oh, boom. Here we go. Muchos gracias, my friend. Muchos gracias. Boom. Now we got the display up. Bam. Oh, yeah, folks. All over but the crying. Look at the volume level. Now crazy volume. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Look at the NASDAQ now about to turn and go back up over 15,000. You can see the double bottom on it. And by the way, they do this, in case you didn't realize this, I'm going to show it to you. When you see what this chart looks like by the end of the day, this will be a serpent's tongue shape. When they get this back up here, it's a serpent's tongue. It's the split fork tongue that they try to do there. I'm familiar with this, and I show it to you because I noticed it 2 days ago when they did it. I said, look at that. It looks like a snake's tongue. And that's the same thing we got forming right there. All the manipulative efforts, all to make artwork of the chart, right? Artwork on the chart. Well, too bad for you, Shorty. I saw how hard you tried to get to 806 and below, and I saw all that effort. We got 8 million. And by the way, as I already mentioned, as was brought to my attention by Hurricane Lopez, now they're only borrowing about 8.5 million shares a day to try to attack the stock down with, when they used to be borrowing 13 million and 13.5 per day to try to work the price down. Now they're only borrowing 8.5 million a day is the average that they're borrowing to short with. And look at the volume. We already almost hit 8 million. Huh. What do you think will happen to this after the prices, after the little 8.5 million shares are all gone to short it down with? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give it to him, boy. Boy, oh, boy. You guys, you need to understand, with all the money we're making, I'm buying you a box of tissues. Do you prefer Kleenex brand? Yeah. Can see displays. Yes. The brand I prefer is the soft lotion brand. They have yeah, they have a lotion brand. 806 again, folks. Give me that 1,000 at 805 and you will make my day, you pieces and turds. Give me that 1,000 shares at 805 and you will make my freaking day. Oh my God, come on. I know you're almost out of your shares. You've only got 8.5 million to do it with. Come on, you can do it. You can push it down. You've only got 800,000 shares left. You might as well push them in right now. Try to get 805 because yesterday was 806 low. Come on, you guys. Come on. You can do it, man. We can help. We'll do oh, yes. There it is, folks. 805. I just got another 1,000 shares. Lovely. Thank you so much, Shorty. And I can't be sure that I got that many because I had a large order there. And I know a lot of times they manipulate with just 5 and 10 shares at a time. So I can't be sure, but I think I called the low, folks. And I think I got 1,000 shares at 805. Because look at the size of the buys here. 7,888,844. There was just 30,000 shares. I had to have gotten it. I hope. I hope. I'm just going to write it down now that I got 51,520 shares. Wow, what a great job you guys did. I commend you, shorts, for getting the penny lower than yesterday's low. That was awesome. And I called it, everybody. I absolutely called it. Any of you guys that didn't notice, I told you better have a buy order in at 805 because yesterday's low was 806. And all they're trying to do here is get the price to drop below yesterday's low, if not but 1 penny. Because now, see, they can call their constituents and they can say, man, look at the low. We got it lower than yesterday by a whole penny. Well, they had to use a massive amount of volume to do it, but they made it happen. God dog it. Nicely done, shorts. Fabulous. Made the price fall a whole 1%, 1.5% before the price turned around and had a 3% gain today. That's what I'm calling for. A 3% gain today is where we're going to end up after that manipulative effort. And there it goes, right back up. So congratulations to every one of you if you did listen to me and have a buy order in at 805. I'm so glad that you're here on this channel because that's my name, Catfish. Buy at the bottom, folks. That's what we do here on this channel. We buy at the bottom, and we just did. How long are we holding this for? We're holding this we're holding this stock for at least through earnings call, which is going to be on the 29th of this month. That's right. We are now 17 days away. 17 days. That's how long we're holding it. And on that day, we're going to sell it in the 9s, the 10s, the 11s, the 12s, the 13s, maybe 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s. I've got my sell orders already in place, all the way up to $37 for what might happen on the earnings call. Because what's going to happen is we're going to be the first time this company has turned a profit. And what happens then, folks, is all of the manipulative ETFs that just ran the price down to 805 will run this price up as high as they can make it go, just like they did on July the 30th when it hit 1170. But this time there's a difference. On July the 31st, we missed the street by 20-something cents, people. Look over here on this last earnings call. We had beat the street, met the street, and then down here missed by 22 cents. We missed by 22 cents. And on that day, the historical data proves that the doggone price was manipulated up on July the 31st. And July 31st, the price was manipulated up here on 210 million shares that came in to 1170. And everyone that's here on this channel with me, we all sold at 1166. We all sold because I told you that it was being manipulated, because on the other days, we had never seen nearly that much volume as we saw on that day. And I told everyone it was being manipulated. And we sold at 1166. Why did we do that? Well, because then 4 months later, we could buy the doggone stock back at 641. Almost a 100% drop, and we bought it again. And now look where the price is. Look where the price is after we bought it again. 641, and it's back up over 8. And folks, this is just the beginning, folks. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning, okay? You guys are not going to see your $8 dream stock number, and I hope you do. Actually, if you do, I'll buy another 1,000 with you there, but it isn't going to happen, folks. This number 805 is the bottom. Look at the volume now, almost 9 million shares in less than 1 hour. We're going to go back over 40 million shares today, and by then, the price is going to be up 2 to 3%. That's my call. Now, I want you to know, folks, I'm not going to be here with you all day. I can't be here with you today all day. I'm going to have to leave here very soon. I'm waiting on a phone call from my mechanic, and once he calls me, I'm going to be taking my Mercedes over to get the roof fixed, where the hydraulic, I have a convertible Mercedes, and it's an old one. It's a Mercedes SLK 230. SLK, and look at the amount down now, 13 cents at 804. 13 cents, everybody. 13 cents. Look at that. Hey, you might get that $8. Let me put it in my order here. Let me put another one in. Let me do it, too. Let's get it in here now, quick. All right, we're going to go in $8. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put 801 because I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to put 801. And I'll put another 500 share order in here. Buy, review order, and place it. All right. Let's see if they have the power to do it. Unfortunately, they now hit 8,000,005. Now, they might have borrowed more today. They used to borrow about 13 million a day to short with. So they might have borrowed more today. They might have borrowed 10 or 11 million. I don't know how many they borrowed. But I can tell you one thing. No one is going to be upset about buying at this price here today, when we're going to have this price over 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on earnings day. Just another great buying opportunity. And I might pick up 500 shares right now at 801. I'm 1 penny away from 500 more. Come on, you pieces of junk. Come on, come on, come on. Bring it on down. See, I applaud them and their efforts. I applaud them and their efforts. Look at the NASDAQ now. The NASDAQ is right here. Take a look at the NASDAQ. It's already turned and going north, folks. This is going to turn. Hey, 801. Thank you. Holy smokes. What a beautiful blessing. What a beautiful blessing. 52,000 shares now, which is where I was last week when I sold at the high. 52,020 shares. Oh, you guys are beautiful. I love you long time. Oh, I laugh in their faces. So much I do. And I'm grateful to them. Thank you, guys. Thank you for following in my suit if you did. Tyler, now your pick is missing. Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, thank you. All these guys, these shortened bastards, they are. 801, everybody. Golly. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. 800 and 801 here too, Ron. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at the NASDAQ going north and turning green. Everything trying to be manipulated and shake everyone out. What a bunch of turds. And I use the word that I'm stealing that word from my friend Hurricane Lopez. I don't want to get any plagiarism problems. All right. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And that's what they are. And they all just got flushed out the toilet at 801. Look at the price turning now. Watch it go north. I hope you guys bought with me just then at the very lowest price of the day. Congratulations to you all. And right now, you should be buying some BITF. And I already told you, time to buy some of this one too. CAN. Okay. Let's go see what Bitcoin's doing. Oh, it looks good. Down 7%. Bitcoin's down 7% after they just make it available to the public. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold on just a minute here. I gotta take care of a nose problem. So just let me turn the volume down. Hold on. Okay, we're back at it. Look at the NASDAQ now turning and going north again, and I'm sure SoFi's doing the same thing. Wow. Well, everybody, that was fun. Want to thank you all for being here with me. And, what I've already said to you folks is you have to be able to be prepared and expect this manipulation on this stock that we can take advantage of. And you remember me telling you that the closer we get to earnings call, the more volatile these swings are going to become. Okay. And we as day traders, which is what I am, can take major advantage of it. There's no reason at all for us to be discouraged. And I would like to ask you all, please, right now, to please hit the like button. All right. We've got a whole bunch of people here, 70 something people. Come on, hit the like button. All right. If you'll hit that like button, you'll help. Yep. There we go. You're right. Take a pic of that 801 buy. We'll be laughing next week. I know it. You're right. I should have done that. I wish I would have. I'll have a buy order. I'll take a picture of that. But wow, 801. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Ah, yep. I'm still fighting this cold, but everybody. But how do you like that? Every one of you, I want to thank you for being here. And as I said, I would not be surprised at all to see this stock now go up and be up 2 to 3% by the end of the day. And I would not be surprised to see all of these markets that have just been manipulated down. They were all nice and green. Who decided to manipulate them down? Who was it that made a decision? Let's run it all down now and let's get everybody out. And they got them out, and now look at it, about to go back over 15,000. Wow. But who's pushing the buttons? Who's controlling it all? Who is behind it all? That's what you got to ask yourself. Who is so dead set on just now making the price 801? Another group of investors and institutions? Because right here, we can see that institutional ownership, let's go see if it's gone up to 740 yet. So in 738 institutions now, and I'm telling you folks, this is going to change. This is going to change big time come earnings day. There will be, in my guesstimation, at least 750 institutions or more, and we're going to see this thing climb big time on earnings day. They just can't come in yet. They can't buy in yet because SoFi has not turned a profit yet. But they will. They'll come in on that day. They're going to come in big, people. They're going to come in big. And if you don't think SoFi is going to be green this afternoon when I come back on this screen, you be in for a big surprise. And look at this. We've already reached 10 million shares in 1 hour of trading, folks. Every bit of that volume that you just saw come in was what I call profit taking volume. They're trying to take your profits away with all that volume that they came in with. That's all they're doing. And then what happens now from here on out is going to be profit making volume. Okay. People coming in realizing, okay, that was the bottom. Good job. You did it. Yay. And, and the reason I say that is because look at the NASDAQ now, just climbing right on up, and it's going to go back up over 15,000. I can't wait until I get back this afternoon where we're going to be in price. I'm going to have to leave here in a little bit, so I won't be able to stay with you guys and gals. But I do want to congratulate everybody. Thank you for hitting that like button, those of you that are here, because that obviously helps. And then what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to be changing my Catfish logo thing, and I'm going to change it, and it'll be back. It'll say Catfish will be back in a few hours, and then we'll just let it just run. And I hope to be back, depending on when my mechanic calls me here this morning. I hope to be back sometime around 2 o'clock this afternoon, or at least before the close. I don't know how long it's going to take to get this problem resolved that I'm working on the Mercedes, but I'm guessing it'll take us about maybe 2 to 3 hours. So I will get to come back this afternoon and do another broadcast this afternoon, but I am going to have to leave here fairly soon, just so you know. And all we're seeing, as you see the volume turning up, look at the volume here, folks. Look at the volume increasing. 26 million 4 days ago, 39 million 3 days ago, 46 million. You see this climbing? Today, we might even hit 50 million today with what we've got going on with this volume this morning. And all that volume this morning is self-defeating for the shorts, because they don't want to see the volume over 40 million every day, because it gets very, very hard for them to control and sling us around like a ragged redhead stepchild when the volume gets up over 40 million every day. It just means more and more people are buying this stock, people. That's all it means. And so they have to give more and more manipulative efforts to make it go down. It's costing them more and more money every day to make this price drop. It's costing them big time bucks. Well, the reason that they have the big time bucks in the first place to throw away at this stock is because the price used to be $24, and they started shorting at $24. And I want to show you something here on this chart. Okay, just give me a second here so you can be aware of this. This is going to be the big picture, folks. All right, this is going to be the big picture, and then you guys can get some understanding of what's going on. All right, pull this up right in the middle. When the price was here and they started shorting, look at these red candlesticks coming in here at the bottom. You see them? When the price was up here at 24, they started shorting very heavily. The shorters come in hard. And look at these massive gaps. Gap down, gap from here, gap from there. All right. Then they started shorting it more. They came in heavier. So what they did was they started shorting it when it was around $20. And then when they came in here heavy and started shorting it when the price was around 12 and 13, that made their short average come down to about $16. All right. Then as they kept coming in real heavy here when the price was down around 10, that means their short average went from 16 down to $13. Then when it dropped down here into the 8s, they were really heavy again right through here when the price was up here around where we are now. Very heavy coming in short. Dropped their short average from the $13 down to the 11. And then when it fell over here and the price got down here in this range here in the 5s and 6, look how heavy they shorted. So that took their $11 price average down to around 8, where we are now. And then they kept shorting it. Look how heavy they were shorting here, all the way up, all the way through here. Very heavy shorting going on, even here when the price was in the 5s and even down in the 4s. Folks, they were shorting very heavily, and then that made their short average go from 8s down to 7. And they've held all of these ever since. They've been making all this money during here, but their short average kept getting lower and lower and lower as they did that. And now they're screwed, okay? Now they're screwed, all right? There's $8. Yay. Whoever had a buy one or an 8, you got it. Yay. There it is. Congratulations. You got it. Good, 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 good. Let me buy some more. Review order. Let's go back to the one I just filled. Go in a market share order. Now place it. 500 shares. I'm going to double again. Thank you very much at $7.99. Catfish is going to buy this at the bottom every day. 500 more now. 52,500 now. Wow, you guys are just awesome. And I'm glad to see that we got that. And let's go see what the volume level is now, folks. 11,000,005. And look at them coming in on this chart with a short dump right there to get that. Look how hard they're trying here, people. All you can do is applaud their effort. That's all you can do is applaud their effort. And the reason that they're doing this, in my opinion, is pure and simple to accumulate before this run on earnings day. And if you want to see an example of what I'm talking about, I want you to look here on the historical data and see what I mean. Come back here before the last earnings call. Look what they did on the July 31st. Look what they did 3 days before the earnings call. They ran the price from 1013 all the way down to 894. And see the volume level about today, what they're going to see today. 45 million shares traded on that day. 894. 2 days later, 1170. Cha-frickin' ching. They want in before the thing runs. That's all there is to this. They want in at the lowest they can buy it before they let it run. It's as simple as that, people, in case you don't understand that. And I'm showing you that because you need to understand that that's what's going on here. You don't have to be in fear. You don't have to worry. You don't need to go, oh my God, I got to sell it. It went below 8. We need a Kathy buy today. She probably has bought. I guarantee you someone else had bought probably today. Anthony Noto, the CEO of this company that owns how much? 7.23 million shares of this stock. And every time, like today, that they've tried to drive the price down, he has piled into it. And here's another thing. Look at the NASDAQ. Look at this thing. It's taken off right now. It's going to go over 15,000 today again after this manipulative effort. It's going over 15,000, folks. It is. And the data was good today on the report that came out. Look at that, folks. Bought at the bottom again. Dang. Michael Anthony, the machines. That's right. Yep. Look at that thing going now. Oh my gosh. And BITF right here. Look at these stocks. Oh, there's the bottom on that too. CAN. CAN. I'm going to average down. CAN. Add to position. Let's get 200. View order and place it. See if we can get this. CAN 195.50. Thank you. CAN 195.50. Thank you very much. I'll take it. All right. Like I laughed yesterday when they ran the NASDAQ down red, down 180 points. I laughed and I told every single one of you it was nothing more than manipulation. Sure enough, the thing went green at the end of the day. Same thing with SoFi. Nothing more than manipulation, and it will be green possibly by the end of the day. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. As it reaches 12 million shares in just over an hour of trading. Talk about manipulation, people. Even if they did borrow another 13 million shares today to manipulate with, well, they've almost done with those, aren't they? They're almost out of them. They're almost run out of their manipulative amount that they can borrow and manipulate with. All right, everybody. Like I said, I'm going to have to start getting ready here for. I want to thank you for being here with me. That those of you and for all of you who hit the like button, I appreciate it. And we've got a lot of people who are going to be wanting to know more about the stock, and the volume, as I said, is going to continue to rise. And there's no way they can hold this thing back with the volume and level that it's at. And everybody knows right now that just bought at 798. They all know where this is going on earnings day. All the institutions that just bought. And believe me, when you got 738 institutions that own SoFi stock, and they see that price fall down there on manipulative effort to 798, 99, they're buying it, man. They're buying more. They're averaging down. Their dollar cost averaging down. I showed everybody just yesterday all the ETFs that are piling in on the stock right now. And they just made entry again. Whoever was behind that right there to push down was an institution that wanted in, or maybe two or three of them, right? Wouldn't be surprised at all to see institutional ownership up over 740 tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but Monday. Want to thank you all for being here. Kevin Robinson shorts are paying 1/8 almost free to short. Yes, well, I know. It's very, there's no cost to borrow is not high on this, all right, for them to borrow the shorts to short with. But the thing is, if everyone who owned SoFi stock had sell orders in over $10 right now, good till canceled, the shorts would run out of shares to borrow. They wouldn't even have short shares to borrow because they'd all be sold with sell orders on them. Al Bundy, Owens, Detroit. Not Monday either. Oh, that's right, Tuesday. That's right, Monday we're closing for Martin Luther King Day. Somebody asked me yesterday, will the stock market be closed on Monday, Martin Luther King Day? And my response was, yeah, I think they'll probably close it just like they do John F. Kennedy Day. So we were like, huh? John F. Kennedy Day? You mean our president when he was assassinated in Dallas? We've got a day that we close all the banks and everything for John F. Kennedy? No, we don't. But we've got a day when Martin Luther King was assassinated. We'll close all the banks and federal holiday then. Just saying, folks. Yes, everybody, all the shares that you just bought today, I want you to have your sell orders in. And I want you to know that since I own over 52,000 shares now, that I'm going to start adding my sell orders in again where I left off at 37.49. And my next sell orders are going to go in at 37.65, 37.76, 37.87, 37.98, 38.08, 38. I'm going to have these sell orders in at these numbers, folks. Good till canceled. Because I have no idea, and neither do you, how high this is going to go on this next earnings call. But I have a feeling that the reason they're being so aggressive to run this price down today is because they all know how high this might go on earnings day, and they freaking want in, people. It's as simple as that. They want in. Institutional ownership has now gone from 706 institutions on 11/8 on November the 8th, 706 institutions. And now we're at 738 institutions. Why do you think 30 institutions would have bought into this stock during this quarter? Huh. Anybody want to take a guess why 30 more institutions would be buying this stock this quarter? Could it be because they know that this next earnings call will be the first time since our company's inception? And I say ours, it's not mine. But is it that they know that? Is that why they're trying so hard now to get it down and pile in here? Geez, I'm going again, man. If I get 797, this time I'm going to change it to a limit order. 797. I want to buy it in the low today, folks. Right now, if I can get it. Let's put in at least just 200 shares there at 797. Place it. See if we can get 200 at 797, the low of the day. Be neat to do that right before I get ready to leave here to go and work on my car. Yep. No, I just saw 797. I missed it. Yep, 797. I missed it. I'm not proud of that I didn't get the low of it today. That's discouraging. Catfish is supposed to be at the very bottom. Here we go. I got my order there for 797. Come on, you weak, spineless worms. Come on. 797. Catfish wants to gobble up that 797 worm. Do it one more time, you pieces of... Come on, you can do it. 797. It's easy, you guys. Just throw away another $1.5 million. You can get it. Catfish will get the bottom lower. I'm okay with 798 though. That's all right. Here we go. 200. All I'm looking for, 200 shares. I'm not asking for too much doing that, I don't think. Come on, you can muster it up. Somebody said they filled at 797. Well, I got my order. Come on. Can't you just dump another $1 million to do it? Oh, hell, it's done. Oh, well, congratulations to everybody who was lucky enough to get 797. Don't know how many others did with me. I didn't get it there. I only got 798, but I picked up 500 there, and I got 500 at 801, 1,000 at 801, and I'm going to be way over that by the end of the time I get back here this afternoon, folks. Look at that, 13,700,000 shares. And they got their fork and tongue right there. They got their fork and tongue formation. Golly, they're so close, man. 798 again. I just saw. Come on, get that 797, you guys. You can do it. 1 penny more right there. Just 1 penny more, you spineless worms. I want to thank all of you who are here with me right now. Unfortunately, we're buying right now at this price, but we're trying to get 797. At least I am. I've got my order in there waiting. I did not fill yet there. They're certainly trying very hard. I give them that for all the effort. But what they're doing here today, in case you didn't know, and you'll see it later on, it'll become very obvious. This is the devil's forked tongue formation, I call it. They like to make the chart look like a serpent Okay. And they like, there it is. I got 797. All right. All right. Woohoo. Awesome. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now I've got 52,700. 797. Beautiful. 52,700. We're going to put down here 10:53 a.m. And I want to get my camera. Let me get my camera. God dog it. Come on. One more time. One more time. Come on, come on, come on. Man, I didn't get it. Come on, one more time. 797. There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Shorts. It's a photographic moment, everybody. I'm going to get the whole screen there, too. It's a Kodak moment. Want to get all of it where I can show everybody what was going on with the whole market, too. There we go. So I can show them the NASDAQ was manipulated down and the Dow was down on the day that we got the lowest this price ever was. It's a big time moment, people. Yeah. Let's get some pictures. Let's get a picture of this too here, folks. Let's get a picture of you guys' comments when that happened. You guys can go in on the wall as well. If you want to have your comment, folks, go ahead and put one up right now, and I'll take a picture of it. It'll go on my wall of what was going on here, what you had to say about this getting this low today. And we're going to hit it right now. Yeah, there you go, Stefania. Shakes, woohoo, I got that. You and anybody else that wants to throw a comment, there you go. Bam, we got you. We got some hearts coming in here too. Ron, he's got it. Bam, you're in there too. Gonna take all these pictures of all your comments on the price when it hit the low, and we're gonna put this on the Catfish Wall of Fame, everybody. Look at the hearts we got too. Volume is rising even higher today. We're gonna break over 40 million again, most likely. There you go. Oh yeah, we got you in there, Maria. There you go. All right. Get you some. Everybody get you some right here. Oh yes, very nice. There he goes back up over 8. We got the camera out. I'm glad as heck I got these pictures. Want to thank every one of you who are here with me making history right now. Making history. We're making history, folks. We're making history. A historical day. That could be the lowest we ever see this price of Sofi again in history, people, right there where you just bought it. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, everybody. Let's ring that bell. It's a time to be excited. It's a time to be excited. Yep. And just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and put in a 796 order. Reuse order. Review order. Let's do 200 at 796. Place it. And then I'm going to put in a 200 at 795 just in case before I leave. Might as well. It won't hurt to have it there. Review order and place it. All right. Well, in my opinion, though, it's all over. And God bless them. And again, Lord, I'm thankful. There's 796, and I just filled there 200. Yes. Beautiful. 796 even. You guys are awesome, Shorts. And I got 200 at 795. Oh, I'm at 52,000. I just went over 53. I'm at 53.1. 53.1. Holy smokes. Wow, look at this shorts. Major, major, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God. And I'll tell you what other thing I'm going to do now. I don't think they got the option, but I am going to make sure Catfish buys at the low of the day. So I'm going to put in one here for 100 at 791. Place it. Now I'm going to reuse. I'm going to get 100 at 792. Place it. Reuse order. 100, 793. Place it. And then 100 at 794. Place it. All right. Now, I don't have any concept of belief that it's going to hit that, folks. But I can tell you one thing. If it does, I'll own it. I'm going to own this stock for the lowest price it was in the history of this stock. And I'm going to take another picture right now. Where'd my phone go? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. We're going in right here. Come on, show me that. There it is, 795 again. I got it. I got 795 just for that flash of a second. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, I got it. 795 on my camera. Let's see what we're going to get everybody else over here that's commenting. There you go. Congratulations, everybody. Like I said, might have just captured a picture, a historical picture of the lowest price that this stock ever was before the rand began. Okay. And look at the volume now. And folks, 1.5 hours of trading, 1.5, and we're already at 15 million shares. And the cool thing about that is, I already happen to know that the shorters, the most that they'll generally borrow to short with is only 13.5 million shares. And we've already reached freaking 15 million. They're done, people. Completely stick a fork in them. Stick a fork in the shorts. All right. And I want to thank all of you that are here with me right now on this channel as we buy at the lowest this price has ever been, that it's going to be. And we take pictures of it at the same time because it's that monumental. There it is. Getting pictures of this to hang on my wall. Getting pictures to hang on my wall. And pictures of your comments at the same time that we hit that low. Historical, folks. It's going to go on my Sofi wall of history. It sure is. I'm going to put it on the SoFi wall of history that I've got here. I've already got pictures on the wall of when I bought this at $4.66, 2,500 share order, in a 2,500 share order when I bought at 467. So I've got that on the wall. If they don't have a good Q4 earnings, I think this will go to $5. I got gains. You just got kicked out of the tank. Goodbye. Remove. Your comment is removed, and now you are going to be removed from the Catfish board forever. Yep. Actually, I'm just going to put you on a timeout. There you go. We're going to give you 24 hours to stay away from this channel. And we don't put up with that kind of nonsense. We block people who come on and try to, because we believe people that make those kind of comments are here against what we're doing. We stay positive on this channel. That's what everybody's here that has subscribed. I've got 1,300 something subscribers because I'm a positive source when the chips are down, when things are red, when the market is getting tanked. People come here for solace. They come here to get away from it, to get reinforcement, to get positive energy. And a statement like that he just threw out there, folks, does nothing for any of us. It's just there to try to, it's called FUD, I call it, all right? So I got gains, just got kicked out of the tank, people, and he's flopping around on the floor in a little puddle of water, all right? That's the way Catfish works. If you want to come on here and you want to be, if you want to be objective and you want to have a counter opinion of mine, that's fine. But you had better be able to back it up with some sort of reasoning, okay? You don't just throw out a number that says if they don't show positive earnings, they're going to 5. We already know Anthony Noto has told everyone time and time again they're going to be gap positive. They're going to be profitable. So to make a comment like that is just pure asinine, and you get booted. You're out of here. So everybody knows that. They've been here before. There you go. Now you see somebody like here who says here filled 500 shares at 7.95. Klaus Baum. Oh yeah, baby. And we got, I believe Sofi will hit 10 in earnings. That's what we want to hear on this channel. No $5 BS. That's right. Chandstick says, preach, LOL. It's true, though. It's why I came here. See what someone might know, understand, see that I don't. Maybe he's one of the shorts. He is one of the shorts. That's why he threw out that $5 number. He's a shorter. He's a hacker. He's a slacker. He's a short. Okay? He probably shorted on David Chiapanzi Day when the price hit 445 because he believed that moronic analyst who has a 0-star rating, and he fell for it. He fell for it, and he shorted the stock on that day. And now he's buried. He's down 100% possibly. Painter Garrison's Methodist Church. Hate negative and like to be around positive. Amen, brother. Amen. Speaking of that, I'm a Methodist. I went to a church, St. John's United Methodist Church, Winter Haven, Florida, where I was born and raised. And it's a terrible thing, actually, what's happened with the Methodist Church right now. And so you can get a little bit of idea and understanding of my religious background. My grandfather on my uh, dad's side was a deacon in the Methodist Church in Lakeland, Florida. He also was they sang in the Self Family Barbershop Quartet. I used to get him to hear him on the Sunday mornings on the radio at like 6 o'clock. Turn the radio on. Turn the radio on. Yep. And I remember being very, very young, maybe 3 or 4. I was laying there in front of the radio wondering how they were inside that little box. There you go. So anyway, but yeah, the Methodist Church division over this LGBTQ thing, and they've split. They've split. The Methodist Church is terrible. But I also went to a Methodist college. I went to Asbury College in Williams, and almost said no, it wasn't there. It wasn't Williamson. I went to Asbury in Wilmore, Kentucky. And Asbury College, in case you didn't hear about it about a year ago, had this massive draw of people from all over the world because of this anointing of the Holy Spirit and this major prayer session that was going on that lasted for weeks. They actually had to shut it off. They had to, because the city couldn't maintain all the people coming in for this religious movement that just grew so massively, folks. Oh my gosh. Let's get on up here and get everybody's comments. Maybe he's one of the shorts. Yep. Painter Garrison's Methodist Church. Hate negative. Yep. Al Bundy, Detroit. I'm about to sell my Walter Payton autograph jerseys for SoFi. All right. Stephen Shakes. Well done at Klaus Baum. I wasn't as patient as you. Heirloom Cedar. He was a shorty troll. That's right, he was. He was a shorty troll, and I kicked him out of the tank. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let's get on over here. I almost pulled at 797, but bit my lip and waited. Ha ha ha, Klaus, good job. Filled at 797 and 795. Good going, Connor Roberts. Yeah, baby. Eric Hoffman. It's sad to say, but I think this is going down a bit more before it heads up. Eric, my thoughts are that you must not have just seen what happened to somebody else who's trying to say the price is going to drop. Kicked them out of the tank. I won't kick you out because that's not bad. You didn't throw out a $5 number, so you can stay. Michael Astorino. And by the way, Eric, why don't you tell us why you think it's going to go down anymore? Don't just throw out a statement here on this channel. You better be able to back it up with some reasoning, okay? Why? Why do you think that, Eric? Michael Astorino, we will be in trouble if they are not. I have a lot of faith in Nono. I am going at 80,000 shares. I have not sold one share, sadly, getting butt kicked, but I have faith. Have faith, Michael. Stay there. Kevin Robertson, he got the comment from Hurricane Lopez, said $5 if they miss. That's where he got that from. I was there. I know. Dang. There you go. I can't even believe Hurricane. He must be getting very depressed watching this manipulation. He doesn't have the kind of cojones I know. He doesn't. He doesn't have the strength I have, people. I'm sorry to say it. I love the guy. I'm very impressed with his channel. But one thing that he apparently doesn't have, and you can see my nose, one thing he doesn't have is these. Enough of these. You got to have it if you're going to be a SoFi shareholder owner. I've already told everybody. I've shown everybody the amount of manipulation that goes on with this stock. And you got to have big ones if you're going to hang around. And as we break back up over 8, we got our pictures. We got our photographs. Yes. Michael says, John Henderson, yes, I remember that revival. I remember that revival. I was there at that college. I went and I sat in chapel there at that place where that all went down. I'd sit in there every time, twice a week, because at that school it was mandatory to come on in and have worship 2 times a week. Pedro, $5 seems way too low, but looking at recent history, around October, the average range is around 650 to 10ish. So seeing so down looks normal. It could be a good day. That's right. Kevin, I don't see anything below 750 on the charts. That's right, Cheddar. Obviously, the charts can break down with other factors coming in, but just curious what you see. I see this price going to be green by the end of the day. And I see this price is going to be green every single day from now until the earnings call comes out. And then I see on that day, with all of the institutions that'll finally be able to buy in. What you need to understand, folks, is there's a lot of institutions that want in on this stock. There we go, back over 8. But they can't come in yet because they cannot buy into a stock that isn't profitable. They have bylaws and rules that will not let them buy into a stock until they become profitable. And folks, on that day, when we announce profitability, they're going to be pouring in. The longs will be pouring in. The shorts will be pouring in. They're all going to be, the shorts will be dumping out, but to dump out, they've got to buy to get out. And the momentum and wave of volume could easily go by that 250 million we saw on the last earnings call. I'm predicting a volume level of over 500 million shares on earnings day, maybe even as high as 750 million or more. Wait, what would you kick someone out? Pedro, wait, why would you kick someone out if they think it will go down? Thought we were open to discussion. I just said I'm not an argument with people that want to throw out a low number, but you need to have some justification for it. Why? Why would it possibly go to $5? Okay? I already know his reason that he said was if we are not going to be profitable. But Anthony Noto, a man of his word who always under promises and over delivers every single time, has already said that this company is going to be GAAP profitable on this next earnings call. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? That's why I kicked him out. You got the 50-day on the 5-year chart at what? 738, 750? I can't tell. You got the 200-day at what? 770 to 780 on the 1-year chart? What gap other than that are you talking about? There's massive gap. There's massive gaps. There's humongous gaps. When the price started falling, there were big gaps where it would drop down freaking $2.50 in one day. Gaps, man. There's huge ones on when it was being attacked down. It was being attacked down with a lot of volume too, folks. Starting to buy long. I had to see that 795 first. I'm starting to get calls for February 16th. Al Bundy owns Detroit. Just bought 30,000 shares at 797. God. Well, okay. That's not Catfish's tactic. I've had people come on here even yesterday And they said, I just bought 40,000 or whatever, and it was in the eights. I'm like, no, don't. That's not the way we go. Catfish nibbles. I nibble. You see me buying 50 shares, 100 shares. Today, you saw me coming in heavy. I finally added some zeros to make Sean Shaw and Nelson and others happy. I added zeros. Usually I'm only buying 20 shares at a time, or you see me buy 10 shares at a time, people. 50 shares at a time is high for me. But just then when I saw that 795, man, I bought 500. I bought 1,000 when it hit 801. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. I'm fearless, man, because I know where this is going on earnings day. Let's see here, 10-6. Kevin, those were the calls I was looking at earlier. Too much for on the February 2nd. All right. Golly, we got a lot of people here. We got a lot of things coming in. For some reason, you have been saying companies are trying to drag this lower so they can buy more before earnings. That is what they're doing. That's what they've been doing the last month. They've been driving the price down, and the institutions have increased from 706 at the first part of November to 738. 32 institutions buying while the price drops. And there's a reason for that, people. There's a reason. Cat kept saying it's not going to 795. Yep. What he also said is, I'm going to put my buy orders in at 791, 2, 3, and 4 just in case. So you heard that too. And everyone here on this channel hears me say, I could be wrong. Right? You've also all heard me say on this channel, I make no guarantees. And the reason I don't is because of this sheet of paper right here that I'm going to show you all now. Because this stock has been the most manipulated stock I've ever seen in the history of trading. Show you right now. Right here. Take a look at this, folks. What I'm going to show you. The price on November the 31st was 544. And had you bought there and gone long, you would have made $1.03 gain in one day when the price hit 647. Okay? Then if you had shorted at 647, in 8 days, it was at 494. You would have made a 23% gain. If you had gone long at 494, in only 6 days, you would have got a gain of $1.19, 19% gain at 613. If you shorted there, then in a month later, you would have had a price down to 424. You would have made a 30% gain. Then, if you had gone long at 424 on that date, you would have had to wait 2 months and made a $4 gain, a 48% increase, folks. If you had shorted at 824, you would have had to wait just a month and a half, and you could have made a 31% gain. And this is what the hedge funds are doing, people. And then from there, at 566 on 426, just 6 days later, 5 days later, you could have made a 13% gain. If you shorted at 654 in just 1 month, 3 days later, the price would have been 459 for a 29% gain, everybody. If you had gone long at 459, you would have waited 6 days and made an 18% gain. Are you getting the picture? If you had gone long at 459, you would have made 18%. If you had shorted at 560, you could have waited 5 days and made a 20% gain. You get the picture? If you had gone long at 445, you could have just waited 29 days, and the price would have gone to 1023, a 130% gain. This is why, people. This is why I make no guarantees. This is why. Hope that makes sense to everybody, right? And that was just some of it. It's continued and continued and continued. And it's going to, as I warned everybody about here about a week ago when you saw my bull ride and I said it's going to be one wild ride. This is what I meant. Days like this where they attack, volume 17 million shares to run the price down. And another 17 million will come in now to run it right back up, people. Mark my words. This afternoon, when I come back, I expect this price to be at $8.24 or higher. And it might even be green. I can't make that guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised. Goodbye for you there at 797, Cheddar. Eric, for the same reason you have been saying, companies are trying to drag this lower so they can buy more. That's right. Cat kept saying it's not going to 795. You're right, Kevin. The volatility of the stock will be stable after its announced profitability. That's right. Because when institutional ownership goes from 38% up to 50%, 60%, 70%, things are going to change, people, with this stock. No more dragging it around like a redheaded stepchild. Somebody came on here the other day and said, wait a minute, I was a redheaded stepchild. Pedro, got it. Sorry I came in late. Sounds like he didn't have... What? Hold on. This is so much coming in so fast here, everybody. Got it. Sorry I came in late. Sounds like he didn't have the facts. Looking at the chart. Yep. All good, Kevin Robertson. All good, Chad. As you know, we can't pick the bottom. Now the 795 gap was filled, and I'm relieved. Not saying it can't go lower. That's right. I meant gaps currently on the recent drop. I think we have filled those gaps downward. Gotcha, Cheddar. Cost bomb. Internet traffic on Sofi was all-time high recently. Cha-ching. Oh, yeah. It's one of the most searched stocks on the internet. Sofi. It's in the headlines, folks. Yeah, I would be shocked if it went to 750 next gap. Al Bundy, I nibble on my level. There you go. Al Bundy knows Detroit. We nibble big here in Chicago. I got you, bro. Cheddar stacks. Kevin understood. Wasn't very doubling or arguing. Just looking to see if I was reading the charts wrong. Klaus Palm. SoFi web traffic. 15 million visits. Wow. Kevin Robertson. Oh, yes. I got it. Did not take it that way. Did not take it that way. Got it. Yep, we are all going to be super stoked in a few weeks. Talking price all day fills the time. Yep. David, good evening from the land of money. 100,000 more shares at 796. Let's go to war. Holy crap, everybody. David Baloney. Wow. Klaus, you are king cat of the day for sure, David. You're king cat this day. Klaus, more members equals more web traffic. Yeah. Klaus, that was my point. Red Squirrel, that's a good thing. Yes, it is. David Malone, I'm making institutional buys. Yeah, David. Tattoo Chase Lucky, we're bottom feeders. This is great news. Yeah. Narnade, never seen Narnade. A rip. Do you think 828 was a good buy for a long hold? I do, absolutely. No question about it. Any price in the $8 is great for a long hold. Yes, I do believe that. You guys know I've been suffering with a cold lately. I want to show you something that'll disgust many. I'll probably lose 20 viewers when I show you this, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to show you anyway. Catfish's solution to a runny nose. And someone told me yesterday that I look like I've been hanging with Hunter Biden. But look at my nose, people. I have tissue balls rolled up, shoved in my nose to keep my nose from running. This is something that one of our viewers, I think it was Sean Shaw, said, Tyler, I'm a doctor. Don't do that. But I don't care. It keeps my nose from constantly running. And every once in a while, I just go blow out those. And oh, man, it'll be a gusher. You guys, I know. I can't help. I'm here to make you laugh on days when the price is red. That's one of the things I'm here for. I'm here for entertainment purposes, not just for talking about this awesome stock and all the things going on like TGL Golf. And this was going to be a stadium that we're going to have the name SoFi on. They've already built the stadium. It's down in Palm Beach, Florida, Palm Beach College. Going to change the face of golf forever. This is going to. It's going to be awesome, folks. The season will include a total of 24 players with 4 players assigned to each of the 6 teams. TGL match will feature 3 players competing for each team in a modern match play format. 2 hours of team golf competition. Every day of the week this is going to be on, folks, on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Plus, and ABC. And SoFi Center at Palm Beach State College is where it will all happen. Data-rich virtual course with a first-of-its-kind short game complex, creating a unique experience for the fans in the stands watching around the world. Right? All 6 teams have been announced. The Los Angeles Golf Club. We got that owned by Alexis and Ohanan, Serena Williams, and Venus Williams, folks. We're going to have a lot of big players involved in this. LeBron James is in on this. Justin Bieber is in on this. Atlanta Drive team right here. Boston team. This is going to be changing the face of golf. These are the players that are going to be involved. Folks, it's going to be huge. And SoFi is the one sponsoring it, and they're going to be on every commercial break. SoFi, 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 folks. I'm here to tell you. I want to thank you for being here with me today. Look at the NASDAQ now, gone green, going to go back up over 15,000. And in the meantime, what it does, SoFi will do. And it's about to go green today again. I do believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. Yep. Wow. Palm Beach State. Yes. Yeah, Maria, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yep. Do you think? Yes, I do. Morning call. Yes, Paul. Good morning. Good morning, Paul. Morning, all. Good morning. Good morning. We all been buying here, Paul. In case you didn't see, Tim under 8 just bought another 1,000. Yep. I accumulated as well. I bought 500 when it hit 799. I bought 200 at 794. 200 at 795. I kept coming in. I still got buy orders in at even below that price that never filled. Because you know how it is. They love the number 88, so I thought they might shoot for 788, but that wasn't even in the cards for them. God bless them for throwing away 18 million shares to try to get the price down for us below $8 again. How great is that? Move over to Scalp SPY. Bought 4,000 at 8. Oh. And folks, as I said, all of this volume from this morning is called profit-taking volume. All the next 18 million shares that come in will be profit-making volume. All right? That's my call. That's what I see happening. And why I draw all these lines on this long-term chart here is because here is a level of resistance. Here was a level. 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 See the gaps right there? Look at that massive gap right there. Folks, when we get this thing back up over here and it starts to hit $16, the gaps are going to jump up to 18. There's going to be massive jump gaps here. And then this one here, the next gap from here at 18 comes all the way up here to this candle, 20. See these big gaps here? When SoFi really starts to run, folks, there's some major gaps here on the way up. You can see this gap here, even from this amount right here, folks, at 1265. There's a big gap between 1265 and this number here at 1398. These gaps are going to be huge when we're back up over 8 and we're going to run and we're going to possibly go green. Because look at the NASDAQ too, about to go back up over 15,000, which I called as well. 25% gain on earnings sell and wait and buy back. That's right, folks. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she's back up over $8 now. We all knew that was going to happen. We all knew it was manipulation. Those of you that were with me here, I told you that it was manipulation, and that's all it was manipulation. They got in. There'll be more institutions now, probably jumping up from this 738 institutions to 740, 41. There they go. See, another one just made entry. 739. Another one just got in. Why? Why would they get in on a falling rock like that? On a stock that's dropping like a knife? Why do you think another institution just bought in? Oh my God, people. They make it obvious. I make it obvious. I bring it out to your attention. I just showed you. Another institution comes in. My God. Who would have ever guessed that? Who would have guessed that? Well, I already said the reason that it was being driven down is because an institution wanted in, everybody. Yep. 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 Let's go over here. J-Rod, Tyler, do you think SoFi will ever do a reverse split and screw us? No. And Klaus came in. Noto owns way too many shares for them to do that. Absolutely. Yeah, that's not going to happen. They might do a different split where they go for a freaking 10 for 1. And I know that Mullen did that the other day and did a reverse split, something like 40 for 1, and the price went up 150%. So don't be surprised. And that's another reason you better have your sell orders in over 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have those sell orders in because you never know what could be announced. They can make an announcement that rumor that you heard last week from Bruce, Uncle Bruce on YouTube, about Apple wanting to use SoFi's company to get into the FinTel space. They make that announcement, and you just don't know how high it can run. And you better have your sell orders in at those high numbers, or you won't get them. Because just like what happened with COSM, when the price spiked all the way up, they pulled it right back down. Went from $4 to $23, and by the afternoon, it was back to $8. And if you don't have those sell orders in, you won't fill them, folks. You won't. Yep. Psychiatrist reverse split those. Jeez, no way. That's it, Draymond. J-Rod got the thumbs up. No reverse split. No, just waiting to present profitability in mutual funds. Huge pension funds will buy in. That's right. Price will rise. It's not speculation, just a matter of time. Yep, it's not if, it's when. Folks, it's not if it'll happen, it's when it'll happen. Record revenue like 8 quarters in a row. Yep. Oh my God, it's just going to be awesome. And then, folks, I want you to know something else about this stock that you might not know. Anthony Noto and everyone that works for the company is highly incentivized to get the price to hit $25. Why? Because they've been issued a bunch of shares. Each of them has lots of shares that they cannot sell if the price doesn't go over $25. They cannot vest. Those shares will not vest. And they've got 1/3 of those shares that were given to them. If it gets to 25, they'll make that money. If it gets to 35, the other third, they'll make money there. And if the share price gets to 45, they'll make money there. And they've got until the year 2006, I believe it is, to get to those numbers. Many people don't know about this, but it's true. It's absolutely true what I'm telling you. They've got, here's what it is. They've been issued, the executives and all the employees, They're called PSUs, issued on 8/20/21, $94 million worth. $94 million worth. Of 2021, they were issued, okay? They're called performance share units. They were issued on 6/2 of 2021, 6,428,578 shares, people. And that was at $14.66 a share. So their incentive scheme is 6.4 million shares is required. If it gets to $25, those will be issued. And it's called stock-based compensation. And they've got until June the 1st, 2006. These shares were issued to 4 executives and all the employees, just so you know this. And by the way, 2 of those executives that got those have already left the company, so those don't even exist anymore. There's no chance they have to pay those out. All PSUs issued total 23,141,462. And by the way, if they don't get to $25 a share, they get nothing, not one penny. If they don't get to $35 a share, they get nothing of that. If they don't get to 45, they get nothing. All right. So there won't be any dilute. They call it dilution, share dilution. Okay. Chris Lapointe explained awards are divided by 3 tranches. If SoFi hits 25 a share, 1/3 will vest and get issued. By the way, they have to remain at 25 or over for 90 days average price. So once they get to $25, it can pull down to $24.88 or $24.50. But as long as for 90 days in a row, they stay over 25 average, bam, they get it. SoFi CEO helps me clarify their stock-based compensation. This is an article that you can find and you can read more about if you Google search this title. SoFi's CEO helps me clarify their stock-based compensation. Article is dated January 10th, 2023. All right. So let's just help you guys all out. Hold on a second here. Google January 10th, 2023. And it says SoFi's CEO helps me clarify. See if we can find it right here. There it is. Seeking Alpha article. I'm going to click on it here. And we're going to provide you the link. Copy. I'm just kind of touching on this, but folks, you can understand it. It's very, very well written, and it's a lot of information, everybody. Okay, it's a lot of information. So here we go. We're going to put it over here in the chat. Paste. There it is. Right there. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Shutterstock's recorded revenue like 8 quarters in a row. Yep. Followed for 3 years on this stock and did not know that. How do you like that? Klausbaum, thanks, Kat. Nice to know. Yep. High Cheddar Stacks still writing options on SoFi. Paul wants to know, Cheddar Stacks, are you still writing options on SoFi? Cheddar Stacks has never really wrote many options, just accumulated at lows and sold at highs. That's what I do. Loading the boat back up on recent drop in price here. Yep. Cheddar Sacks, I'm a swing share trader just like Catfish. My options work 50% of the time. So I just stick to shares mostly now. Smart. Some bought long calls here and there. I don't write calls on my shares. Yep. Paul, yeah, that's what I have been doing, and I had enough of the Uncle B stuff. Uncle Bruce, I hear you. But there's the article right there for you guys and gals. Have a look at it. You'll be very enlightened on the fact that the company is and the executives are highly incentivized to get this price to $7. To $25 a share. And by the way, it's mentioned that share splits do not count. They can't use that method to get to $25. It's there. The rules say no can do. All right. Has to legitimately run up to $25 before they get this money, folks. So be aware that there's a large amount of incentive in this company to keep this price rising and to eventually hit $25. Going over to the NASDAQ chart. And today's a Friday, everybody. There hasn't been any profit made on this stock this week for any selling to go on. Look at the 5-day chart. The only ones that are profiting would be shorters. And for them to take profits today, what do they have to do? Sell? No. For the shorters this week to take profits, they've got to buy their way out of this stock. Just so you're aware of that, in case you don't know how the shorts work. R1TZ 25 this year. I'm not saying that. They have until June the 1st, 2026 to make this happen. To get the price to $25, where they'll get paid 1/3 of these shares that were issued. They've got until June the 1st, 2026 to get to $35, where another third of those shares will be issued to them. And then they've got until that same date, June the 1st, 2026, to get to $35 a share. Just so you know that. So they are doubling down today or just have options further out? Question mark. Yep, Klaus Baum, mid-2026. That's right. And I see it very possible. I see it very, very attainable, very achievable. Because, folks, here's what's going to happen. On this next earnings call coming out in how many days have we got left now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 trading days left. They're running out of time. These shorts, these institutions are running out of time. And this is the 10th day before, because it's going to come out. The earnings call is going to come out on the 29th before the market opens. So after today, they've only got 10 more days to make entry. And it's going to be volatile every day because more institutions want in. As you can already see, another one came in today. Another one entered today when they ran it down. But then come earnings day, we're going to see a massive flow of ETFs, shorts trying to escape, longs fear of missing out, and pension funds that have been sitting on the sidelines until this company became profitable. And I have no idea how high the price will go on earnings day. I just know when it does, I'm going to sell at the high. And I know I'm going to sell at the high because I got orders in all the way up to $37. All right. Yep. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. So the stock market will not be open on Monday. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Tuesday morning. So now there's only 9 days left of trading to get in on this stock before the earnings call. And Anthony Noto, we all know, has already promised that this is going to be gap profitable. And he always under promises and over delivers, people. Now, I want you to know that in case you weren't aware of what I just told everybody, is that the executives and all employees at Sofi are highly incentivized to get the price to go to $25. And it's called a performance shares bonus. And they were issued all of these on uh, June the 2nd of 2021. The employees and the executives were issued 6,428,578 shares. None of those shares will be vested until the price hits $25. And at that time, 1/3 of them will be vested. Oh, this is my mechanic. It is. I'm going to have to shut this down just as we break over $8. Hello.
Hey, you just getting up?
Oh, no, I've been up since 7:30, bro.
Oh, okay.
I,
Hey, I forget. I have to. We're gonna hurry. We got some storm coming or some snow, so I gotta go in the house, pick up something, and then come back.
all right.
All right, I call you.
Call me when you get
Hopefully,
back,
don't
and
get
I'll head
snow.
over. Yep.
Huh?
I said, yep, call me when you get back, and I'll head over there.
Okay, sound good.
All right.
Bye.
Have safe travels. Bye. Wow. Look at this thing, folks. I got a little bit more time. So all of you that are here, if you like this information, there's 80 people on this channel right now, and I got 52 likes. Folks, if this is good information for you to understand, if you didn't know about this, some people are telling me they've held the stock for years and they didn't know what I'm telling you right now. Hit the like button, everybody. Come on, let's get us up to 80 likes right now. Come on, we can do it. Oh, yeah, the contracts for the CEO and other employees. Luther King Day next Monday. Yep. Dang, if it hit $37, I'll be rich. I have calls, bulk of my calls for September. Yeah, baby. But, folks, they've got until, so these shares that were issued, 6,428,000 shares, were issued when the price was at $14.66 a share. All right. Those shares are going to be vested in tranches of 3. And so 1/3 of those shares will be vested when the price hits $25 a share. And those employees will make a lot of money. Then, if they get the price to 35 a share, another third of those shares will be vested. So you're talking about roughly 2.15 million shares will be vested when it gets to $25 a share. 2.15 million shares will be vested when the price hits 35 a share, and the others will be vested when the price. So we got 25, 35, and 45 a share. And they've got until 2006 to get that number, get those numbers. So everybody, again, I'll appreciate it if you hit the like button. Let's get this information out to more people. That's right. Oh, well, by the way, on earnings day, I'm hoping to see a really, really, really nice pop on all of these institutions that'll finally be able to buy SoFi because they'll be profitable. See, many, many institutions and ETFs and funds, they're not allowed to buy into a stock until they become profitable. So once we make that earnings call here in 9 trading days left, we're going to announce profitability, and then all those ETFs who've been waiting will start coming in, and pensions will start buying in. Pensions, people. And you're going to see share ownership on institutional ownership is going to jump from 739 to maybe as many as 800 or more. We could see institutional ownership go from 38.99% to 50% on that day or more. I don't know how high it'll go. I don't know. I know it's going to be higher. I know that. I know not one of them is going to be selling. I know that 32 institutions have come in the last 2 months because they know what's going to happen. We were at 706 institutions on November the 6th, and now we're at 739. Yep, current institutions might even double down. That's correct. Look at the depth on the order book, level two data. Jesus, there are so many more bids under $8 than there are asks over eight. It's quite a bit different. Huge support under eight. Yeah, baby. Well, they're not going to get it. They should have already bought their shares. They should have already bought their shares. Spam risk. They should have already bought when we just bought it, $7.94 with us. Now, I wish that I didn't have to leave today, but apparently, maybe in an hour or so, I'm going to have to shut this down and get on my way. But for a minute here, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back. You guys just hang on, and I'll be back here in about 2 minutes because I want to get my coffee refreshed and pause for the cause. So just hang on. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. fresh coffee. And on we go, folks. On we go. Watch us rise all afternoon. We're going to climb, climb, climb. Look at this volume. Already at 20 million shares. Golly, unknown callers, unknown callers. Spam, spam, spam. Oh. 468-3972. I recognize that number. Hello? 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 Yeah, that's weird. All right. Let's get back at it, folks. What have we got going on here also in the Bitcoin world? All right. I just want to check and see here. Down 5% after the announcement that's going to be traded publicly. And what do you know? All right. Let's go over here and see what's going on with BITF. Okay. And what is going on with all these bit stocks? BT, all of them getting slaughtered. CAN still, yep, right where I bought it last. And ARK Investments down now on their Bitcoin, BIT coin ETF. Okay, just want to see where they all were. Just checking in briefly on those. And by the way, as I said to you folks earlier, this is the 5-day chart I'm showing you on Sofi. So the only ones that are making money this week temporarily on this stock are the shorters who shorted at 857 here and 859. Okay. And the only way they're going to make money, folks, is by buying out of those shorted share positions. That's why I presume we're going to see a nice run this afternoon, because profit taking from the shorts will begin, and it will begin soon. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. I don't think so. Okay, let's see here. Look at the depth on the order. Okay, very good to know that. Owned BTC at 27,000. Should have sold yesterday, but sold all today. So I may buy more SoFi. All right, Cheddar Stacks. Let's see. RITZ or Run R1TZ. I'm 17 and feel like this company is the gem. Dropped in my lap to have found this company and been researching it September 22nd. Great future they will have with my time horizon. Oh, baby, early retire. Nice. I agree with you 100%. Yep, UK Echo. I called it. UK Echo, 799. UK Echo, you missed it, man. We bought it 794. We bought at 794 this morning. I bought 200 there, 200 at 795. I bought 1,000 shares at 801, and it's going to go right back up over that, because this is going to be the end of the manipulation day. This is it. We're going to have 9 days of trading left, is all we've got until the earnings call. And as I said to everybody else, I've been out in the field. Service is SHID. Yep. LOL. I hear you. All right. But I want you to know, everybody, that this is all just more. And I said it yesterday. Don't be surprised if more institutions didn't buy, and they did. And I showed you here. Another institution came in yesterday on that rundown. Another one. And there'll be more that makes entry today. We're going to see it go over 740 come Tuesday. I'm guessing it'll probably be around 742 institutions on Tuesday. And then on the earnings day, institutional ownership might jump over 750, maybe even 800 on that day. I don't know how many institutions will come in who've been held back so far. Because as I've already reiterated, many ETFs, fund managers, and all pensions, none of them can come in until profitability. Once we announce GAAP profitability, It's a big game changer, everybody. I'm telling you, it will be a huge game changer. I've seen it before with other stocks, and you better not be limiting how high the price could go on that day. You better have your sell orders in like I do at the $8.98 price, 908, 912, put them in at 920, put them in at 930, put them in at 944, 948, 954, 965, 976, 987, put them in at 993, 999, put them in at 1007 or 1008, put them in at 1012, put some sell orders in at 1020, 1020, 1030, put some in at 1044, put some in at 1049, put some in at 1054, 1065, 1076, 1087, put them in at 1093, 1098, put them in at 1107 or 1108, put them in at 1112, put them in at 11. I'm telling you, folks, put these in at these numbers: 1120, 1130, put them at 1144, put them 1148, put them 1155, put them 1165, 1176, 1187, 1193, 1198, 11, then 1207, 12, 12, 12, and just keep repeating that all the way up into the 20s on earnings day. And I've got mine up all the way to 37.50 right now. 37.48 is the highest. And all of these shares that I've been buying yesterday and today, I'm going to put those in even higher, all the way up into the 40s. Now, people say, God, Tyler, it's not going to go. I don't know how damn high it's going to go on that day, and I'm not going to risk missing those sell orders at those prices. That's why I'm putting them in that high. Simple as that. Because even if the price spikes all the way up there that fast, it'll drop right back down. And so I'm going to be prepared, and I've tied up my shares by doing this so that they can't be borrowed by the shorts. That's one of the most important reasons why you want to go ahead and put your sell orders in, because you don't want the shorts to be able to borrow your shares. All right? Simple as that. Boy, they're really trying to push the NASDAQ red today, and it's almost like yesterday. Look what we got forming here. They're making the serpent tongue right now. The serpent tongue right now. You got the low right there. You got the low again here, and then it'll run right on up here, and I call it the serpent tongue. That's what they try to create a formation of the devil's tongue when they do this right here, and they do this here, and then they run it on up here to this price again. You're going to see what I call the serpent's tongue formation, and they do it. You think I'm kidding you, but I'm not kidding you one bit. What I'm talking about here, I'm not kidding you. They do it. They do it intentionally, is my belief. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Right? Look at the Sofi 1-day chart right now. Look at this. There it is right there. They've got the formation of it going on. It's down here, comes up here, dips right there, comes here, down here, and then off she goes. Serpent's tongue formation, I call it. Except for this time of the day, 21 million shares at 12 noon. Wow. Unbelievable, folks. A lot of volume here. A major amount of volume here, all trying so hard to suppress and hold and accumulate. That's all they're doing, is accumulating shares here. I'm going to keep a track of this institutional ownership, because I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this change pretty soon, because they got to put in the paperwork when they do it. Golly, my phone just blowing up here. Spam risk. And you know what? They're calling me from a 407 area code, which is my hometown area code of 407. Spam, spammer, spam, spam, spam. I can make a spam sandwich this morning off of all that's come in here. Now, here's the main thing you all need to look at here, though. The daily manipulation of this stock has been going on for a doggone year, and it's not going to change. But what I want you to look at here is this chart. All right? And the reason I want you to look at this chart is because I want you to see the main thing that you need to be concerned with on this chart, right? Hold on. We'll get the page to load up and then we'll have the chart instead of this 819. Don't worry, that's the old price. That's an old price. 2:08 p.m. Why won't they do this? Why won't I get there? It is. No, that's not the time of day. It is not 2:08 p.m. We'll refresh the page again and give it one more chance so I can show you this information, folks. Just give me a second. Have no idea what Yahoo's trying to do. There we go. Yep, remember when see, didn't load too heavy when it dropped in the fours in the winter 2022, but did load heavy when it was in the fours in May. Good. Remember, Cheddar Stacks, remember when Matterport MTTR was over $30? Funny but sad story. When Sofi went into the fours, I was trying like hell to convince my woman to let me take out equity in the house and put on Sofi. So I would have had 50,000 at 464. Dang, didn't end up doing it. I was convinced it was going off the rails. I was going off the rails about it. She regrets it. But the emotion and risk is so high sometimes. I knew that effort wasn't going any lower. I did too that day. That's when I started this channel and started talking about YouTube, on YouTube about SoFi. Now, prior to that, I had a lot of videos on YouTube about helpful things and life hacks, and I had over 120 of my original songs. And by the way, I am an original music artist. I'm represented on all the music platforms. If you can't pay me for you're making money off of this stock when it goes over on earnings day, if you can't pay me any money by making donations like people have done, then you can at least just go to my music channel on Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play, Tyler Self, SELPH, and start streaming my music each day. If you're on a road trip, go to Spotify, look me up, hit on my playlist, stream my music. A lot of you people don't know about this, but I do have over 120 original songs on YouTube, and I think you'll enjoy them. There are a lot of good stuff you can have fun listening to, and you can help me make a little money while you're doing that. In case you guys didn't know it, I'm going to go over here right now and show you briefly. Some of you people who are new to my channel, go over to DistroKid, which is my music provider, and I'm going to go in there, my music where I'm published, and I'm going to go in here, sign up with Google, and we're going to show you what's going on here with my music. All right. And the coolest thing about my music that's online is that if I go over here to the bank and I click on bank, then I go over here after I click on bank and I click on excruciating detail, which is going to be right here. You can see my money that's come in and the countries I'm listening to all over the world. These are my song. This is my song list here. And this is just going to be a brief moment. I'll get back to stocks, but just want to show you this. I'm being played in Great Britain, Canada, the Philippines, Mexico. What the God? Unbelievable. Hold on a second. Hello? Goodbye. All right. So I'm being played, and you can see I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, all of these platforms. And you can see my music is being listened to in Great Britain, the Philippines, Mexico, India, Denmark, Norway, California. Who is this? No, I'm not going to tell you who I am. You tell me who you are that keeps calling my phone. Yep, you just did. And then you hang up. Then I said, because I keep getting, I never called you. I've never called you. Nope, I'm not talking to your husband. Nope, I'm not calling you. I never called you. You're calling my phone. Goodbye. Okay. So let's get back to this. Just want to show you all of these songs. You can see the titles of them. There's just tons and tons of them. But I'm being played in Denmark, Great Britain, IE. I'm not sure where that is. Ireland, I think. Australia, everywhere, folks. The Philippines. And this music is worldwide, folks, in Trinidad, TR, and a lot of course, here Zimbabwe, Brazil, Uruguay, everywhere all over the world, France. Uh, it's just amazing that my music is everywhere. And if you want to listen to it, come on over. Come on and go subscribe to my channel on your music platform, and you'll help me out. All right, I'm done. Bye bye to that. All right. Now I got 74, 75 people here, and my SoFi invest. All right, let's get back over here. What people are saying. Let's see here. Connor Roberts. It's hard for people outside of the stock market, to not see. Why do you keep calling my phone? Why do you keep
No,
calling my phone?
I am not. You just called me. It must be these robocalls or something.
All right. Well,
I
that
don't understand it, sir.
did I just
We're
call
getting
you?
off too. Our phone keeps ringing.
Did I just call you? Just then? Did your phone just start
You
ringing?
just called me. I just answered.
Just now, this very second?
This very second, my phone rang, and it said Tyler Self on the phone, and
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I
it said something on our TV. We got the caller ID shows up on our TV. It said Tyler something. I don't know. I wasn't watching the TV.
That's right. That's my name. But it seems weird to me that that because on my phone here, when a call comes in, it only gives me the name of the person if they're in my contact list. So maybe we know each other already. Uh, no, no, I don't know what's going on. I'm my phone keeps ringing, and I keep answering it, and he's saying I'm calling him, but I'm not calling him.
Right.
I just so we got some
My
sort of
phone's ringing, and I'm just answering it. My wife's getting a.
huh.
That is weird.
Yeah,
So they're saying that you're calling them when it's actually coming in like it's off through your.
yeah. It just keeps calling and calling and calling. I'm gonna shut my phone off and turn it back on.
Yeah, and then maybe leave it off so that you can't leave it off.
All right, shut my phone off for a little bit and turn it back on. What weird stuff going on here with my telephone. All right, let's get back up here. It's hard for people outside of the stock market to not see it as gambling from what I've learned and seen. Yes. Harwood said, well, yes, CEO was loading heavy in the mostly retail held stock. It wasn't going lower for us. Yes. My original UK Echo, my original trading account has 5,000 shares at 1050. Oh, you're going to do good on earnings day, bro. Don't worry. UK Echo, my secondary has 7,200 at 684. Ah, yeah. Cheddar Stack, 684. That's nice. Well, I own 5,000 shares at $4.66 and 467. 2,500 each of those numbers. UK Echo, and my SoFi Invest has 1,162 at 768. Good. Ritz, my average was 252 shares at 512 till I sold them all in the eights and got back in at 688 and 86 in November. Nice. Cheddar Stacks, if it ever goes back to any of those lower numbers we are talking, like anything below 7, I'm just going to take loans out on myself, not listening to anyone. LOL. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But folks, I want you to look at this chart right here that I'm showing you. These are the gaps as this price was being attacked down. Look at the gap here from around 20. Where was this price here? $21. Look at the massive gap from $21 all the way down to 18. So folks, when this price starts to rise, and we break above 16, 17, and we get to 18, the gaps are going to be very rapid upwards, folks. They're going to be big gaps up. The numbers are going to jump incrementally once we get up over and break this resistance and all this BS, right? So I put levels in here at each low, each high, each low, each high, each high, each low, each high, each low. And you can see these numbers. So you might want to have your sell orders in here at these numbers. One of them is going to be right here at about $10. And let me see if I can get to it. Right here. There it is. Almost got it. Jeez. There. $10. So $9.98. Take some profit because they're going to run it right back down to this number here. $9.98, and you can get back in at $8.55 maybe. Now I'm exaggerating. When it starts going up, we won't see these drastics. But look at what it was doing. It was dropping. These are major amounts. It was at 11.10, and up here it was at 12.40. The next level up was at 13.80 to 12.40. The next level up was right here. Look at these levels, folks. The next level up was right there, 15. See that massive gap from right here at this price? From around the 13.70. Look at that huge gap to $15, people. All right? Then it came back down, and I should add another line right there. But right here at this number, 14.65, and then all the way up, that gap up, folks. These are big, huge gaps, and they're going to, when it starts rising, when we get up there, it's going to gap up just the same way it gapped down, everybody, just so you're aware of this. I'm not just kidding you about this. I know what I'm talking about. And then here we go. We got the serpent's tongue for, and here we're going to go on a long sideways move. And what's happening here, folks, is called accumulation. Accumulation. 97 viewers on this channel right now, and I would very much appreciate it if you like what I'm showing you here about this stock, is that you need to hit the like button. Let's get likes, and then we'll get even more people over here. We've had 600 people who've already been referred to my channel this morning because of the likes that you put up. So if this information is valuable to you that I'm providing, especially about telling you about all of the shares right now that have been given over to the management, if they can get the price to get to $25, you're talking about 6,428,578 shares, which have been issued to the management of this company and every single SoFi employee, as long as they get the price to $25. If they don't get SoFi's price to $25, they get none of this money, folks. And there's an article that I posted for you guys that I put on a link. And if you'll scroll right up here, you'll find this article. And it's right here. It's a Seeking Alpha article. Scroll up the chat board to this article and read this Seeking Alpha article about all of these shares that have been issued to SoFi executives and to SoFi employees to incentivize them to get the share price over, and they've actually 1,428,000 shares. Folks, those shares will not be vested until the price hits 25, and at $25, 33% of the shares will be vested. When the price then reaches $35, another 33% of the shares will be vested. $5, the remaining 33% of the shares will be vested. This is important for you people to know about this, okay? Very important for you to know about this.